Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Tonight we're going to take a look at Frasca Field. This is also known, the airport identifier is C16. This is a $9.99 upgrade for Flight Sim 2020. The product is available in our marketplace store. It's part of the official content, so you don't have to go anywhere else to get it. You can get it directly inside Flight Simulator. Though if you have Steam, it will take you out to Steam to pay for it. So this is an airport that is located in central Illinois. The name of the town is Urbana. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. It is the home of the University of Illinois. Sorry, I don't know why I glitched there. That was weird, but it did. So you can fly to the University of Illinois and see it from this airport very easily, and also the entire town of Urbana. Urbana is one of those towns, it's like Cleveland, where it is the actual scenery. So it's kind of neat. You actually see all the buildings that are in the college, and you see all the downtown buildings, and they're the actual buildings that are there. So one of the benefits already of this pack is that it's nearby a town that is cool to see, because it's, you know, you have some scenery opportunities along with a neat airport. I happen to be a big fan of general aviation. I love small airports, and this airport fits the bill. Its primary purpose, it's a privately owned airport. Primary purpose is for guys that fly, you know, private aircraft. So there's not a lot of commercial stuff going on here. However, this company, Frasca, is the company that owns the whole thing, I believe. They manufacture flight simulation products. And so it's kind of a neat thing that you have a company that owns flight simulation products, and they sell them to people around the world to learn how to fly. They sell trainers and stuff. And they're the ones that own this airport, so it's kind of neat. Let's go ahead and fly over here. But very high detailed area. It's an 80-acre airport. It's got both a cement runway. I guess number 5 not only turns my recording on and off, but it also returns the drone to the airplane. My dog is barking like crazy, and I'm trying to get him to shut up. Okay, so here we have the grass strip. That's what I was saying. We have both a cement runway and a grass strip. We also have a defect where there is a road with autogen traffic, and the cars are getting lost and stuck on this little road here. I hope they fix that. That's a bug. That's been going on. But anyway, there's the runway for the grass strip. And then we also have this, you know, very full-size cement runway. Another thing that I like about this airport and things that they've done in and around is that they've actually included a lot of in the area scenery. So all this stuff back here is, you know, stuff that's actually there. And they've put in high detail scenery for that. We have a huge Automart over here, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and scoot back down and get over by the fixed base operation. Okay, there we go. All right, so here is the picnic area with Rudy's airplane rides. I don't know. And here's a flight school that does not take itself seriously, but it probably does. We have Lucille's flying school and hot dog stand. But neat little details like this. You know, like we have these, you know, air conditioners outside, and they're Mitsubishi brand. Somebody walked around this airport and got some really nice detail shots. Now, I think once again we're seeing a lot of these. This is probably a redo from FSX, but it looks really good. Like it's up to FS20 quality graphics, so I'm not complaining. Now I will say some of the ground textures off the airport are gross, but you can see here all the pavement where it counts, where you're going to be driving your aircraft. It looks really good. It's nice looking detail on the pavement. We have I think this is probably going to be the FBO right here, and you have like a parking lot. Maybe what used to be a parking lot, but now is just like paving area, picnic area, maybe? I don't know. Old picnic area. Custom refueling station. This is kind of neat. I don't know if they fly helicopters in and out of here, but I noticed that there are some of these orange, like, don't hit this with your airplane balls. But I don't know who would be coming in over there because there's no runway or anything. So I'm assuming maybe helicopters take off and land from here. We have a Dutzfar tractor and a Lindner tractor. Both European. I don't think you would, honestly. The Dutz maybe. The Lindner probably not. But for whatever reason they use them. And here we have some Frasca simulation booths. That's pretty cool. Like Cessna simulation booths. And they're getting ready to be put on that truck and shipped to some lucky person that's going to have that in their simulation chamber. And so that's pretty much it for the airport grounds. Once again, it's a nice detailed airport. And the thing that I really like, though, is they did go out of their way and kind of... Here next door, we have our farm. Let's see, what is this called? Farm and Fleet. So I don't know if that's like if they sell farm equipment. Obviously, if a fleet would be like trucks or cars, and there's an automotive service center right there. And then over here we have a bunch of auto dealerships. We have a used car dealership from Napleton. So this area must be called Napleton, I guess. We have Toyota, Kia. There's a Volkswagen dealer, and then a bunch of used cars. So this kind of stuff is really neat. Like, I like the fact that they put this out and around here. There's some, semi-truck trailers, obviously some kind of either apartments or maybe office building. That looks like apartments. Hotel maybe. And just all kinds of, there's a storage unit up there. So the details are really nice. And I think that that's what you want to look for when you get into this kind of airport. I particularly like this kind of airport because, once again, I'm looking for general aviation, nothing fancy. I want to go somewhere and practice taking off and landing. And this is the perfect airport for that scenario. You're out in the fields. You're not going to kill anybody if you have an emergency. And it might not be like mountainous scenery or anything like that, but this is Midwest America. This is where I live. This is where I'm comfortable, and I like the fact that I can go here to this high detail airport. I really hope that we get some of the Ohio airports. We got around where I live. We got Wadsworth. We got Sky Park. We got Medina Municipal. There's some really cool, nice airports in our area that could be modeled like this. And I hope they do that. But once again, off in the distance there, you can see the city of, is it Urbana or Urbana? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not from the area, and I don't. It's one of those things where it could be pronounced either way. But the University of Illinois is there, and it is a high detail city. Once again, all those structures are high detail, so you can actually see the real buildings that are there. So if you're from this area, you'll probably get a kick, because you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I've been there before," and it's neat to see. So let's go ahead and do a flight around the airport, and then we'll come back at night and get some nighttime footage of this airport so we can see what it looks like if it has night lights, which I'm sure the runway's lit up. I don't know if the rest of the airport lights up, but usually these airports aren't too busy at nighttime anyway, because most of the people that fly in and fly out are flying VFR. I wouldn't imagine that they don't really have a whole lot of lighting. So, all right, let's go ahead and I'll be right back. So we're going to fly once around here in the daylight, and then we'll come back in the evening. I think my parking brakes are on. Yep. I hate it when you're in the Carbon Cub and they put the parking brake on. Then you have to get to the camera menu and go through there to get it, because the parking brake's completely out of visual range. It's not anywhere where you can just grab it. So we're going to fly probably unrealistically right traffic. I would imagine in general this airport probably flies left traffic because of the way that it's laid out. All that open land over there and, open country. City over this way. It's probably preferable to fly to the left of the airport. Or if you're going, north, heading north, they probably go the opposite. They probably fly right traffic. So let's go out here and we'll scoot around. Yes, honey. Okay. And one of the things I like about this airport too is the runways are on compass heading. So the north, south, east, and west. The grass runways east, west. The paved runways north, south. So if you're trying to do, it's easy to do traffic patterns because you just fly directly south, directly west, directly north. I'm sorry, the paved runways east, west. The grass runways north, south. I'm sorry about that. I reversed that in my head. But you can fly a nice, easy traffic pattern. There's our airport and the dealerships surrounding the airport. So it's a nice sunny day in Illinois. I believe we're flying actual time, but I could be wrong. I set the weather and the time to be like what's really going on there. Obviously to the north, I'm sorry, to the west, we have some weather. So we'll come back around here, and there's we're getting into the city of Urbana, and definitely having a little bit of frame rate slowdown. It's one of the reasons why I'm not flying glass cockpit. I hope Microsoft fixes that pretty soon. It kind of sucks whenever you fly airplanes that are glass cockpit, the frame rates are like 10 times worse. I'm going to head north here. And we're going to be on a very short final. Pop our flaps down. Full flaps. Love the train yard over here. There's like a whole... That's not part of the pack, but that's pretty cool there. They have the whole, train set up there with the yard and the cars. And we are way above the glide slope, but there's no glide slope because it's a VFR airport, I think. I mean, there is a glide slope, but this airport does not have the glide slope marker, so I can't tell if I'm on or not. There's no ball to call. Maybe at the base of the runway there? I don't know. They're not changing color, so. Still, not a terrible approach. A little steep. And we've touched down back at the airport again, safe and sound. So, let's go ahead and see what this looks like in the evening. So here we are in the evening. And you can see that we do have some nice night lighting. At least at the Frasca facility where they design the simulator products. Though the Frasca building doesn't seem to have any lit windows, but we do have outdoor lights, which are very bright. And that's kind of cool. Besides, it's late enough at night that everybody probably went home. We do have runway lighting. We also have our taxiway lighting. The grass field is not lit up at all. But once again, I don't think very many VFR aircraft are going to be flying at this time. Legally, I don't think they're allowed to. So I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure they're not. The airport facility itself is a little dark. But then again, this is probably how they look at night. So I don't usually hang around small airports at night, but I'd imagine the lighting is adequate. And we'll fly in. We'll do one more loop and fly around it and see how it looks. There's our FBO. This one is lit up, so that's cool. People are at home and the lights are on. So let's get into the aircraft. And we rocket down the runway at a whopping 30 miles an hour. Now, I will say that I'm a little... I forgot this airplane does not have any night lighting, so I might have to try a different airplane for the next review. But it's not terrible. It's just you got to have the cabin light on in order to see the gauges, and it's hard to see out the front of the airplane, but we'll be fine. Famous last words. So this time we're going to fly left traffic, which is, I think, last time we flew right traffic, which is probably not very realistic for this airport. When you fly into the south. So we're going to put our nose on north. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know if that's a automated thing or if that's if I just had a failure. I think our flood just burned out. But that might happen. That might be a glitch, or that I can't tell if it's a glitch or if it's if we actually just had a failure. But we'll be fine. We're not going anywhere crazy, so whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's just turn that off. How about that? I don't know if this aircraft has an automatic dome light off over a certain altitude, but there's a glare shield brightness adjust, and it doesn't do anything, so I don't know. I'm missing a switch or something somewhere, but there's Urbana at night. Now, I got kicked into offline mode, and the game is running smooth as silk. So I kind of wonder if some of the frame rate issues that we've had in the past have been because of that. Oh, and I should probably tell you that before the review is over. I am running an i7 770K 2070 Super video card, and I have 32 gigabyte. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, and my hard drive is also SSD. So everything that I have is about as fast as I can get it for the time being. I know the new 30 cards are coming out soon. I will not be upgrading. I'll bypass the generation and then go to the 40 series when that comes out in 2 or 3 years. Wow, this is running really smooth. I think that there's an issue with that stupid online stuff. Look how smooth this is running. Yeah. Maybe I'll just keep the game in online mode, or offline mode, I mean. I didn't think I was downloading anything anyway, but wow, this is like way better. So there's our runway at night. So you can see the lighting is intact. We can fly in here in the evening if we need to. We're going to put our full flaps down. Get this airplane down to speed. Wow, is that pretty? Smooth as silk, too, man. I'm going to try playing in offline mode more. We'll see how that does, because I've been really frustrated lately how choppy the game has been. And this is running smooth as silk. Feels like I'm really there. And I'm a terrible pilot, by the way, guys, so just don't be shocked in these reviews when I auger it in. At least I can still partly see the gauges. Wow, it's dark. But the runway is nicely lighted. Like I said, the airport's not very bright, but we have the taxi lights. Everything is there and done right. So the little details make this airport worth it to me. Once again, I don't, that's between you and God. I don't really, some people are going to freak out because it's too expensive. And some people are going to, freak out because, man, that was a great deal. I've learned over the years that to what one person might be like way too expensive, somebody else thinks it's a great deal. So I'll let you be the judge of that. But I think, at least personally, I like to fly out of small airports. I like to fly general aviation aircraft that aren't all fancy schmancy. So things like the Piper Cub, the Cessnas, some of these other, like the Robin aircraft, are really cool. I like to fly those small aircraft, and so to me this is like the perfect place to do that. It reminds me of kind of where I live, though it's a little flatter. We have a little bit more hilliness going on where I live, but this is the heart of America, and I think that it's cool to have a nice detailed airport. It's the only one that's out there right now on the marketplace. So Frasca kind of sets itself apart as being one of a kind as of right now. It will, I'm sure, that'll go away eventually, but for right now it is the only Midwest airport aside from big airports that is out there, and I appreciate that. So I really like this airport, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this look at the airport at night and in the day and flying around looking at the details. I think this is definitely worth it, and it's a pretty cool piece of kit. So anyway, have a great night, guys. Be sure to check out the other reviews coming up here soon. We got the Orcas Airport in the San Juan Islands, just north of Washington State. Or it's in Washington State, but it's to the north. And then we also will have Santa Barbara. I bought the Tacoma Narrows. So we're going to be taking a look at all these airports here shortly. So hopefully you guys enjoy this review. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, voice up, and we will see you next time. Bye.